Well, the chocolate noodle is alive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, the funny, I was gonna say the other funny thing is they all have a Terra shard with them as well. That goes live at, I think, basically the same time. If not, that one starts like a day before.
Get the shards. Get the chocolate noodle. Swap games. Get them in my alt account. Talk about this Pokemon for all of 5 seconds. And that will literally be a video because this is more of a PSA, but sweet. Sweet Mother Teresa. Sweet, sweet, sweet Mother Teresa. Yeah, okay. Come here, chocolate noodle. Everybody's favorite chocolate noodle. Which I can talk about my alt game, which I will cut to. Booyah! But before the cutting, because these are rigged, I just want to look at exactly. Yep, it's basically more or less exactly how I thought that would play out. Everything is perfect except the special attack is okay. Anyway, yeah.
The funny thing is they have. I was gonna say, because they have the moves of the right. That is practically this thing's competitive
moveset.
Anyway,
we can talk about this thing in a minute in the alt game before I end off, which I'm going to cut to. There's no EV training. And get the special ribbon. And we claimed it. And everything is exactly as it should be. Going to save again. I will talk about the Pokemon in my... You gotta save that you saved. Talk about the Pokemon in my alt game. Which I'm going to cut to. This is a single recording, but I'm just cutting past closing and opening both games. Getting everything in both games and then talking about this thing for just a minute. Calling that a day in a video. Okay. I'm on my alt file. So I can claim this in both games. And then I'm going to talk about this thing for like a minute. And then I'm literally ending, because this is more of a PSA, the event's out, but...
I believe I think all of the events for the Ruin Pokemon, they're all going to end, I believe it's September 30th.
Something like that, but...
As shown by, like, the low chance.
I always get it in both games. Just to claim in both. And then I talk about the Pokemon for...
Because it's always nice to have multiple of something so that you can...
Well, one, I like getting things in both games if an event isn't rigged. Because I like making a joke. Oh, this thing is a physical attacker and I got modest. Thanks, Kim.
But even with ones that are rigged, like with this thing as an example, you can leave one of them adamant and make the other jolly.
Yeah. If you're going to be that person, yes.
When you need adamant Chien-Pao's damage output.
Damn it. Alright. The reason we do both games, I like seeing different roles, but I know these are rigged.
Yes. Think fuck these are rigged.
Damn it, now where'd you go?
It always whatever the first free space is.
Hold on. This is easier. Of course you are. Same stats, because it's rigged. But I said I would talk about the Pokemon for a minute. Say some things. Not pad this out too long. I just like explaining things. Adamant is good because that's attack. Damn it. Adamant is attack up at the cost of special attack, as you can see by the arrows. And this thing is a physical attacker, so Adamant is good. But if you want to use a mint, Jolly is good, because you can then give up attack for speed, because your speed stat is absurd. And then you would generally do a, like, maximum attack, maximum speed. And if you do 4 HP, that's fine. But you could also do 4 in the lower of your defenses, which is special defense. Not that this thing ever takes hits. So you just max attack, max speed, and then your final 4 realistically can go almost anywhere, because it really doesn't matter, because you're not here to take hits. You're here to do silly amounts of damage, because you basically have, like, tons of physical attack, and you have a lot of options. And even at this level, because you have, like, Throat Chop is common, Sucker Punch if you want the...
Why do you get Recover? Also, how do you get Recover?
Swords Dance is good. A lot of people will Focus Sash this thing and do Haze. That was a OG set. The Focus Sash Haze Noodle, because sometimes you'd be up against something and you could survive a hit and haze away stats.
So if you're not going to use Haze, Sacred Sword ignores defense boost. I believe because it ignores stat changes, it also ignores attack drops on you.
I thought it was targeted.
You could...
Target stat changes.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Meaning, yes, you can ignore physical defense, but... I said I would talk about this thing for just a minute and not pad this out. That's good. That move is good. I highly recommend that move. But Haze resets all stat changes. It resets everything to neutral.
Yeah.
So if something had set up speed somehow, because there's a lot of different ways speed could be set up. Maybe they clicked Dragon Dance. Maybe they used Quiver Dance. Any other random, like, stage boost. To be clear, it doesn't shut down, like, passive doubling through, like, Swift Swim and stuff. It needs to be a stage boost. Haze resets all stage modifiers, so you can catch people with Haze. Throat Chop is a good alternative move over Crunch, because Throat Chop stops sound damage. So even if someone is hit with a resist, if you know it's a Pokemon that likes to use sound moves, because sound moves are quite common on something like a Sylveon for Pixelate, you hit it, it can't use Hyper Voice, and that can actually win you games.
Yes.
And random other sound moves, like Bug Buzz is sound, actually. You can...
Another fun one that people forget about, Parting Shot,
is sound, yeah. I said we would quickly talk about things. Jolly or Adamant? Fine. Jolly I would recommend over Adamant, just to have better speed. But if you really don't...
Well, the other thing, I can't remember what the speed tier is. Isn't this thing speed tier the same as Fluttermane? Because it was
and
like...
Koraidon!
Yeah, like...
And Miraidon!
Every relevant motherfucker in this game, I think, are all in the, like, 130 speed
It's
club.
135.
Yeah.
They're all 135. Chien-Pao, 135. Fluttermane, 135. Koraidon, 135. Miraidon, 135. If you do Jolly, you are basically dealing with a theoretical potential of the 3 other Fast Fox. But if you do want Adamant, and this is a valid point, Sucker Punch goes first if your foe is basically clicking damage dealing. So, oh, I have a Pokemon that's at incredibly low health that might be faster, but oh no, they click Sucker Punch. So you can actually beat those Pokemon at low health with Sucker Punch. Ice Shard is also a priority move. Lower powered, but unlike Sucker Punch, Ice Shard can be clicked whenever.
Yes.
So, yeah. It's been almost 15 minutes.
Last final point, because people forget about this, because the game never acknowledges this. I don't think anywhere. People just literally learn it through damage calculators. When you Terra into a type, any move that is lower power than 60 will
automatically
get boosted up to 60.
To 60.
Before any potential stab.
So you could become a pure ice type if you wanted cheeky ice shards. But a good Terra type, while we're quickly finishing the ramble, Ghost is common.
Because you're 4 times
weak to fighting, yes. There's a logic to it. And by that same damn it. Fucking switch.
Oh, there it goes.
It doesn't fuck up the recording. And at the beginning...
Okay, it did for a second.
No, it doesn't. But, damn it. I was about to do my outro. But it doesn't fuck up the recording. I mean, it will go blank. And we'll be bitching, but our
the footage should go to a no signal. Which when it does for a second, if you can find a clean rip of it, edit in that joke from The Simpsons of the technical difficulties of it. It was a dog ripping the
I have the image. I have that technical difficulties in one of my meme folders. I want to end off.
Yeah, we can end.
No, I need to do my outro, but then that happened. I was trying to say, for Terra types, you generally, if you want defensive Terra types, need a Terra type that avoids fighting. So Ghost is good, but I was going to say alternate avoiding fighting damage that can be good, or flying or fairy. And if you run fairy, that's always good because you become immune to dragon.
Yes.
I was trying to build up to that, and I was going to do my outro. Most people for items, Focus Sash is good. Clear Amulet if you don't want your stats dropped at the cost of knowing that you can't survive a hit. And if you want safe burst damage, a Life Orb is often good since you're frail anyway. I've seen people sometimes as a slightly off meta pick, they will choice ban this son of a bitch.
Because that's a lot of damage.
Because you hit really hard. Sword of Ruin makes you hit extra hard. So you can run adamant and catch people with priority and hitting extra hard.
Because Sword of Ruin takes a percentage out of the opponent's defense stat, I think with Sword of Ruin, this thing's attack stat is close to 165.
Basically, yes. And I want to wrap up.
We can wrap up now, especially out of fear of another losing footage again.
Damn it. It just goes blank. I don't lose footage, and we already claimed. It doesn't fuck up the recording. It just goes blank, and the footage goes away in the recording, but I already got the main part I needed.
Yes.
I was going to do my outro, and then we can do the other things we need to do. And this video will probably be up later today. I was going to try to get this up Friday, but I wanted to talk about that thing, and then the stupid random dock error happened again, and that comes up at the most random times. But with that said, I'm going to super truncate my outro and everything. First of all, if you enjoyed the video, subscriptions help a ton. if enough people subscribe, YouTube will promote the channel more. Subscriptions go a long way and are ultimately super important and debatably the most important thing. I have a lot of social media links in the video description and the pinned comment and stuff. Even if some of those sites are cesspools, I like casting a wide net. One of those links is a Patreon if you want to support the channel financially. Lowest tier is $1 and you get videos early. I have plans for the second and third tiers. Those tiers are $2 and $3, but I need people supporting the Patreon before I use those for what I plan to use those for. I was looking at some hard drives and a UPS battery backup and some other stuff. So some extra money would be nice, but it's not technically necessary. With all of that said, I'm doing my main outro now, but every little bit helps if you are so inclined. Don't feel obligated, but it would be nice. Anyway, enough terrible shilling. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope I will see you all next time. So as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, everybody. I hope you come back someday. See you later. It's time for the question of the day and my overall thoughts on the topic. So, anyway, what is your overall opinion on the color of shiny Chien-Pao? Personally, I think the color is fine. I mean, it could have been better, but I don't think this brown color is that offensive. I mean, I like it, but I do kind of wish it was maybe a different color. I think a fun contrast would have been black instead of white. You could have basically inverted it. I think that would have looked really cool, but I don't mind the brown all that much. At the same time, I do kind of wish it was black, but I think the coloring is fine enough. It still looks better than a lot of shinies, in my opinion. But I would love to get some general thoughts on this topic. But anyway, I am starting to ramble. So, as always, you can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments. Or you can leave them on social media. All of my social media links, as well as my Discord links, are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a shill for a minute. If you subscribe to the channel, and if you follow me on social media, that really helps our communities grow. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope I will see you all next time. So, as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, everybody. I hope you come back someday. See you later.